Yo, people, what we saying? Man is out here, just going on a walk, and just want to drop a quick note. Like, I was actually going to go on Instagram Live earlier today and talk about and demonstrate some breath work. I didn't, but I'd done a few deep breaths, and the reason I was thinking about doing that anyway is because I felt like I needed to do it within myself. I woke up this morning and I started talking the talk, and sometimes I feel like when I'm talking these talks, I do these lectures and these live streams quite often, I feel like I need to breathe. Like, if I'd done like some deep breathing for 5 minutes, I'd have more capacity with my speech. Where sometimes I feel like my speech is limited because when I'm speaking, I'm not breathing. Especially if I'm smoking while I'm speaking, I feel like I'm not getting as much oxygen. So I felt like I needed to do like some breath work, and I was going to go on Instagram Live and talk about it vaguely and then demonstrate it, just because I felt like I needed to do it. I felt like called to do it. Before, I made a video called "You Feel Bad for a Good Reason," and in that I was talking about basically what I just said. It's like I felt kind of lethargic and blocked up a bit backed up. I've been eating some dense food, like some organic eggs and stuff, and it's making me a bit backed up in that. And I woke up and I didn't do no breath work, and I just started speaking, and I felt a bit like, yeah, if I'd done some breathing, I'd be able to speak better. And then I ended up not really doing that super much. But you can take deep breaths just like that, just randomly, like you don't really need to do like a strategic breath work session. You can just take deep breaths whenever you want. And often I do it in my videos, in between my speaking. I try to do it more and more because I look back at my old videos and I realise I'm not breathing properly. I can hear my sinuses are actually kind of blocked up, and I'm kind of tripping over my own sinuses, so to speak, while I'm talking. And yeah, that's why I feel called to do the breathing. I take my shirt off, it's fucking boiling today. And they got the chemtrails as well, which I was partly going to talk about that with the breathing, because you might want to be a bit careful about doing the breathing when they got the geoengineering operation going down. I don't like doing breath work under chemtrails, nor around like exhaust pollution. You can get air extractor. Like, my sister used to have pet rats, and they used to like piss and make the air smell horrible. So she got this like air cleanser extractor fan, which was like 200 odd quid or something, 300 quid, and I have it now, and I'm yet to actually kick it into fruition. And that's what I mean, like the solutions to our problems are all around us. I've just been making excuses. I literally have like an air purifier extraction fan. Don't want to lose that, just put it in my pocket, forgot about it. But yeah, it's just like I've been there complaining about the government, complaining about the stratospheric aerosol injection geoengineering, but I have actually been like sat on an extractor fan that I haven't turned on for the longest time. So yeah, just watch out for the chemtrails. Maybe do the breathing away from them if you can, but it's really hard to avoid things like that. You know, you got to recognize what you can and you can't control. Fucking anywho, basically, I don't know, I come out here anyway, which is like 20 minutes ago, and I'm just gonna go walk up to some nice nature place to smoke this joint. And I was put on some Hamza Ahmed, and I was listening to him, and I was walking, and I started to breathe as I walked. And this is partly why I wanted to come out here to have the zoot. Because getting up and out and active will beat the lethargicness out of you in a way, so to speak, or maybe not beat it, but being sat indoors, I get this energetic build-up, and I said recently, I feel like being indoors actually makes me stupid. I can't lie, like I'm not meant to be in that concrete box. When I get out in nature like this, and I'm breathing, I'm grounding, and then it actually like wakes me up, and I can actually talk better. I don't get that kind of blocked up talking when I'm outside breathing in nature more, because I'm less lethargic when I'm out here like this, with with the grounding, it helps balance the energies, you know, being in nature, like the birds I can hear right now. And I'll show you in a minute. We'll go up to the hotspot, the Folly Tower. It's fucking sick. And there's a lot of nature there, and you can meditate and get in harmony with nature, and it's actually a meditation, and it gets your whole body in resonance with the environment, where you kind of don't feel separate from the environment when you can breathe into nature and listen to the birds and shit, and it kind of absorbs your being into it. Kind of like, I heard it like people say with the breath, with meditation, they can say it's like you basically sink into the breath. And I've heard an analogy before where it's kind of like how did they describe it? I don't know if I can remember it properly exactly, but it's like, I actually don't know if I can remember the full analogy, to be honest. But they're saying like you like sink into the breath, like, and then they like compared it to like similar, like how you sink into, I can't remember what it was. I swear it was like I can't do the analogy justice right now, I don't think. But what I can remember of it is like somewhat similar to how like a liquid would get absorbed into a fabric. It's like you can do that with the breath in a way, where it's like, I don't know if it's partly because there's like people walking around near me and it just like can kind of fuck with my speech as well. But yeah, sorry if I lost you, but I actually can't remember the analogy, I can't lie. I brought it up and I don't remember as much of it as I thought I would. But you can kind of sink into the breath in a way where it feels like you're laying in the breath. But like sometimes it's unconscious breathing, and then sometimes you can like breathe into it to an extent that you actually become one with it. And you can do that with nature in general, I find. Yeah, and the main point I'm just saying is like, yeah, I come out here, and as I was walking and breathing are a nice synergy, because it gets the blood pumping and flowing in general. And that's it, just like walk and breathe. And I feel my head top like getting high, where you want to get high on your own supply. That's how you're knowing you know you're doing it good. As I've started speaking now, see, I'm not in the same breath flow, but before I picked up the camera I was like, and really getting in it as I'm walking and breathing. And it literally, like, you can feel it like activating your brain, and that's when you know it's working good. And you should feel the lethargicness leaving you, where like, yeah, like the density of being indoors. There's a great documentary called The Indoor Generation, or like, it's a little clip. You should go check it out, honestly. And it's about how being indoors can actually like indirectly cause illness. In a way, where like that was, well, I don't know why I say indirectly, in terms of like, there's all these subtle, invisible, like endocrine disruptor energies and stuff like that. Sorry, I feel like I'm getting a bit distracted, to be honest, out here, fucking around with my shoes and this zoot and that. It's not the best time to do a video, I guess, in a way. Walking around in public with no shoes on and shit. In the chemtrail world. This is where it all began. The initial awakenings. But yeah, like there's endocrine disruptors inside. There's like all these frequencies from the fridge and the washing machine and the tumble dryer and shit like that, the microwave, the TV, the EMF, all this stuff adds up. Yeah, you know, just being away from nature. But yeah, I don't really like being indoors for that reason, in a way. It depends, it's a balance. But yeah, I'm just saying, maybe it's common knowledge to a lot of you, but like, just get the fuck out and just do hella deep breaths. Like, that's what saved me, is like a lot of time in nature, a lot of time breathing in nature and really getting into a flow like that. Not inherently doing some Wim Hof to blow your head off, but just like literally like just sink into it. It's really good for you, it feels great. And that's all. I can't spend a day in the house without feeling pretty fucked up from it. I need to get out every day, go to nature, breathe, and do some stretching, and just shut the fuck up and listen to the birds and watch the squirrels and shit. Meditate. The breath should feel good to breathe. A good sign that your health is headed in the right direction is that your body should feel positively flooded with good emotions. Not over the top, but almost to an extent like you took a drug. Is when my body tells me when I'm doing good for my health, because I feel positive emotions in my body. And when I walk and breathe through nature, often I get flooded with like natural kind of dopamine or serotonin, and that's my body telling me that I'm going in the right direction. In contrast, if I sit inside in front of a blue light monitor and eat fake food, I feel fucking awful, yeah? And that's what that depression is. It's your body telling you that you're not really following your intuition, and that you're just like ignoring your calling in a way. It's pain is telling you what to avoid. So when you hurt a lot, understand that something is perpetuating that hurt, really, and it's a signal. When you listen to the signal and you look for what is causing it, you can see how the way that you're living is potentially calling it. And I say a lot of this, yeah, because like there's this particular character I've got familiar with of like people go on SSRIs and then it makes them get fat and they end up completely assimilated into the Matrix, hive mind, AI, New World Order shit in a way, and they're living in a box on wage slavery and they're being neuromodulated by the fucking New World Order, and they have no idea. They vaguely know that the food is fucking them up and that, but like it's just like, that's why I say a lot of this, is because when you're in the Matrix you don't know you're in the Matrix, and when you unplug from the Matrix you can see it like a clockwork that you're stood outside from, observing like from the outside. Like this becomes like a motherboard that I have disconnected from. That's how it feels like. And when you're like, I wrote a lyric. It says like, I didn't clock, I was a cog in the clockwork, clocking in every day. That's if my clock works. If not, then my boss gotta want words or some shit. I can't even remember. But yeah, I don't know. Just saying, like, it took me a long time to realise that I was actually creating a lot of my own suffering. Well, I didn't realise that like a lot of it was just created from the habits and stuff. Like meditating in nature like this, don't underestimate it. A lot of the pain that you feel is actually because you're in front of a screen inside of a concrete house. Whereas if you got off the screens, off the devices, and just meditated out here, for the most part, it's like, give your consciousness space to actually be able to see everything from bird's eye view, so to speak. It's like, it depends where you're stood and how you look at reality, from what angle. And if you get behind it in a certain way, like the screen will put you in a very weird liminal space form of consciousness that I've come to call it, where you're not really connected to reality. But meditation, focus on the source, focus on the vibration and the fuzzing that is in the present moment, the buzz of hot electric that consciousness is. Regardless of if it's cold or hot, it's still hot. It's all made out of divine electric. And it's a infinite power source that you're eternally plugged into. Meditating on that and anchoring your consciousness on that is what you need. But most people, the screens and all these distractions are making people unconsciously run away from the present moment because we're disconnected from it. And so much self-harm and self-destruction could be prevented just by remaining connected to the nature spirit in the present moment, because you can see your demons clearer when you're connected with meditation. The demons will snatch you when you're in Babylon and running away, and that's why Babylon's the way it is. It's like a loosh farm. Stay connected to the center in spirit and you'll stop running. But if you're on screens every fucking 5 minutes, then don't be surprised that you're running, because you're not connected. How could you be connected when you won't even take 5 minutes to close your eyes and breathe and shut the fuck up? You won't, because everyone's running from that, because the demons are trying to survive. Go to nature, listen to the harmony of the birds and the squirrels and shit, and that is where you will find a natural rhythm, a natural time that is simultaneously timeless. But there is a time to the flow of water and to the flow of birds and nature and squirrels, and it's a timeless kind of time. And when you get in harmony with this, your demons are nowhere to be seen, because you're actually living in the present moment and you're not living in the past, and you're not like projecting into all sorts of timelines. You know, you're actually, it's called being grounded. Being grounded is the solution to mental health. NF says, key to my success, keep a level head. Keep a level head, he said. And that's pretty facts. Anyway, I'm going to breathe some more, and then I'm going to smoke the zoot, and then I'll get back to you. See you later. Goodbye. Love you. Bye.